it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. Oh, I'm sorry I'm running a little late tonight. Hopefully you saw my post. Tonight we had a marching band parent preview night, and so I was at the football field watching my kids. I have two high schoolers, a junior and a senior this year. One plays the mellophone and the other plays the bari saxophone this year. She switched from the flute to the bari sax, which was actually something that she switched and did a year or two ago for jazz band, but this is the first time that she's playing the bari sax for marching band. The baritone saxophone is the biggest of all the saxophones. So it's kind of funny to see her out there with this big saxophone, but she's doing great. They're both doing great. Thank you for your patience so I could hear them play, and it feels good to be watching the marching band again. It's been a little while. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Yes, mellophones rock. They do, Susan. My son originally played the trumpet, and 2 years ago they asked him to play the mellophone and the French horn. So all my kids, we just play all kinds of instruments. The younger two also play. We've got the alto saxophone for Elise, and Anna plays the trombone. So we have a whole wide range of instruments. I would love to know, did you guys play an instrument when you were younger? Maybe you still do. I learned the piano for a little while, but I've forgotten most of it apparently. But I do love listening to the marching band. It just makes me so happy. I love to bounce and bop to the drum line. They sound so great. So our band kids are coming home right now, and they're going to have some pizza. So I'm going to share some projects with you tonight, and then I'm going to go have some pizza. I do have my own brass band. The girls, yeah, they're downstairs. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe they just went downstairs. Oh my goodness. Yes. So Anna's the last one to play band, and the kids did have a very big influence on her playing the trombone because they wanted to round out their jazz band. Oh my goodness. Okay. So tonight I have one super awesome card that I'm going to demonstrate, and then I'm going to share with you I haven't counted them, about 75 swap cards from my Sale-a-Bration swap bucket. So honestly, I ran out of time to pull things together, but I know you guys love to see lots of cards, don't you? As you know, on August 3rd, the July through December mini catalog started, so now I can show you the inside pages of this beautiful catalog. If you haven't received one yet and you're not working with another demonstrator, let me know. I'll be happy to send one your way. Along with the new mini catalog, we've got Sale-a-Bration. This is Sale-a-Bration Part 2, or second Sale-a-Bration, as I like to call it. So this goes on from August 3rd through September 30th. For every $50 that you order, you can choose a free gift. So we've got some really fun options: the dazzling paper, the penguin Playmates, the Feels Like Home stamp set, the beautifully penned designer paper, the Peaceful Prince designer paper, which coordinates with the Peaceful Deer bundle. Then we've got this fun Counting Sheep stamp set and coordinating sheep dies, both of those with a $50 order. And, well, one with a $50 order and one with a second $50 order. And then textures and shapes. That's kind of a fun builder stamp set. I've seen some cool things, and I can't wait to play with that some more. Then there are two gifts that are free with a $100 purchase. That is the Summer Shadow Dies, which goes with the Shaded Summer stamp set. And then the second one is the Delicate Dahlias. And holy smokes, you guys, you are going to want this stamp set. The things I'm going to show you are just so incredible. We have a couple other specials I wanted to mention briefly too. When you host a party that's $300 or more, or place an order that's $300 or more, you can earn the In Your Words stamp set. This is only available for free to hosts or people who place a large order. So Unfortunately, there's no other way to get it. So if you don't want to spend $300 yourself, find some friends, have a party. If you're interested in doing an online party, let me know. I'd be happy to do that with you. You can collect orders, do a catalog party, something like that if you want to too. The other really amazing special we have right now is if you join as a demonstrator, if you buy the $99 starter kit, you can choose a free bundle from this list. This is 12 different bundles from the mini catalog. The most expensive one is $60.25. That's the Christmas to Remember bundle, but you can choose whichever one you want. You get it for free when you buy the $99 Demonstrator starter kit. So included in that kit is $125 and product of your choice. You can pick whatever you want. You can pick stuff from the mini catalog, and then on top of that, you get to pick a free bundle. It's like such an insane deal. If you're not already a demonstrator, like, you really should think about this. It's such an awesome deal. Then you get a discount, at least for a couple months or more if you stay active. We have such a great team, and I would love to talk to you more about this. If you're interested and you want to just jump right in, go to tinyurl.com/SU starter kit. That's going to get you right to my website. You can join right there, buy the starter kit, pick your free bundle, and just get started. But today I'm focusing on swaps. So I flagged the one here. When we get to this point, I'm going to stop and demonstrate this fun card and a technique. Last time, do you guys remember our last video? I promised you that I was going to show you a technique. In fact, this was the card that I got from Sandy Allman, and she used that Stampin' Blends alcohol markers on vellum technique. And I've been meaning to try this. And so we're going to do that tonight because I promised we were going to do that, and we're going to combine it with this really fun fold that I got from Joyce Ferracco. Before we get into the swap cards, I want to do a quick little mailbag. I love receiving cards from you. It just seriously makes me so happy. And I know you guys love getting cards too. So if you haven't, I feel like I just keep getting sidetracked. That reminds me of the Great Big Card Swap. If you haven't heard, you can participate in the Great Big Card Swap, send a card, and get one back. It's so much fun. I've decided to add 2 showcases. So we're going to do the first August showcase on Tuesday, August 10th. That's going to be at 7:00 p.m. on YouTube. We'll do a YouTube live with the first showcase. I'm getting so many cards that it's honestly too much to handle all of them at once. So I'm going to divide it up. Every card that I've gotten so far for August, I'm going to show you in the first showcase on Tuesday, August 10th. And then we're just going to continue collecting cards. I will swap those cards out. And then the second part of August, we're going to show those on Thursday, August 26th as planned. And moving forward, we will do 2 showcases just to better manage this. It was a really big job to swap out and take care of 155 cards last time. So I'm thinking if I break it up into 2 groups, hopefully it'll be a little bit more manageable. So I just wanted to let you guys know, watch for that next week. And if I've received your card already, then it will be included in that showcase. The theme will stay the same. So designer paper for the first showcase, designer paper is the theme for the second showcase, and you can send your cards right there to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Leave a comment. Have you already sent in your card for the Great Big Card Swap? I did get those cards back in the mail, so hopefully you are receiving your card from the Great Big Card Swap, and hopefully I didn't screw it up and you got a card that wasn't your own. I already screwed up once, and I sent Brenda back her own card. Oh my goodness. I sent a new one out to you today, Brenda. I'm so sorry. And please, if anybody else gets their own card, please let me know. I tried really hard to make sure that I wasn't doing that. I was checking names and, envelopes and everything. But if for some reason I accidentally sent your own card back, please let me know so I can fix it and make it better, because that is not what is supposed to happen. Okay. Let's go over the mailbag really quick. I have some really amazing cards that came to me in the mail. This first one is from Shelly Gardner. Oh my gosh! Do you know who Shelly Gardner is? She is the co-founder of Stampin' Up. She was the CEO, and now she is retired, and she's the chair of the board. And she sent me a card congratulating me on my $800,000 career sales milestone. Check out the gold leafing on that. Oh my gosh, it's such a simple card, but it's so gorgeous. We've got the embossed sentiment here, and look at that. Like, I love just this little thread of gold. Like, I think it just adds such a fun little touch to this card. So you can make clean and simple, but you can also make clean and simple so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Shelly, so much for this card. It was just so amazing to get that in the mail. It was so amazing to get all these cards in the mail. I'm not gonna lie. I love getting cards in the mail. This one came from Maria Warren, and she shared this one for the July Great Big Card Swap, and so then she sent me a second one as a birthday card. Thank you so much, Maria. I was so tickled to get this card. The glitter black ribbon is one of my favorite, and I think it just makes those butterflies pop. Can you see the shimmer on the butterflies? Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. Thank you so much again, Maria, for thinking of me. This one is from Lynn Werner. She sent me a card with a check in the mail, and so she put it in a card, which I absolutely love. This is leftover pieces, I can tell, from the June Paper Pumpkin Kit Expressions in Color. So she's got the leftover tag, some of the twine, and then she did some sponging with the template where the die cut came from. And this is a little Z-fold card. So I thought that was just so clever. Lynn, thank you so much for that beautiful card. This next one is from Kim Kasanic, and yes, I was just double checking. Oh my gosh, I love these stitch bloom dies, and the colors just pop against that navy, don't they? The colors here, of course, Night of Navy, Calypso Coral, Bumblebee, Just Jade. The light purple is Purple Posy, and I just think it's just such a beautiful combination. I was so tickled to get your card, Kim, and your letter inside. It made my day. Check out this beautiful card. This one is from V. Garcia. I sent her a birthday card for her birthday, and she sent me a birthday card for my birthday. I love this design with the angled cuts on the designer paper. This is the Flowers for Every Season paper that just retired. One of my favorites for sure, though. I love those colors. Thank you so much, V. This next card is from Eve Springer. Also a late birthday card. I love this. This little popsicle sticker came from another Paper Pumpkin Kit. I don't remember what month that was. So Cool or something like that is what it was called. But it coordinated with the Ice Cream Corner designer paper, so she's got that in the background. I love this little watercolor wash back here. Oh my gosh, this just made me so happy. Such a summery happy birthday card. Thank you so much, Eve. And this one, look at that. I think this is a similar die set, the background here. This one is from Meg Lovin. She sent me a check as well to reimburse me for a big event that we're planning, and I had ordered some things for that. So I'm super excited about Vacation Stamping School. Oh my gosh, if you guys are registered, it's gonna be amazing. It's a demonstrator training event, and I'm so excited about it. It's coming up later this month in just a couple weeks, August 21st. Registration is already closed, so if you're not registered yet, I'm so sorry that you missed out this year. All right, so that was the end of our mail call. Oh my gosh, thank you again for all those beautiful cards. Now, we are digging into my box of Sale-a-Bration swaps. As I mentioned, Sale-a-Bration is going on now through September 30th. So the cards I'm going to show you are using products that you can get for free when you order $50 or more during August and September. And you can place an order in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. We're just going to go right in order of the book. So the very first one that you can choose, I have to warn you, is only available while supplies last. That means that if you really love this paper, you need to make sure to get it on an order right away and not wait, because it is almost certain that this paper is going to sell out before the end of Sale-a-Bration. So do not wait. The Be Dazzling 6x6 paper. I should have a package. Where's my package? The Be Dazzling 6x6 paper comes in a little package like this. You get 8 sheets, And this is like the chunkiest glitter paper you've ever seen. However, it is totally flat. Like it doesn't, there's not chunks that stick out, even though it looks like a disco ball. So it's really easy to punch this and cut this and use just a little bit or a lot. And so I wanted to share with you some projects using this. And I pulled from a bunch of other sections. Like this one also uses the Peaceful Prints designer paper, but look at that. How clever to punch the deer out in a glitter paper. I thought that was really awesome. Oh no, there's not a name on this one. Let me see if there's one inside. I tried to pull them all out. This one just doesn't have a name. So I'm not sure who that swap card is from. I hate not being able to give credit. I'm so sorry. This next card is by Jennifer Cotton, and she used the Peaceful Deer bundle and the Peaceful Prints designer paper, as well as a piece of that Dazzling. So you're going to see this Be Dazzling paper goes with so many different stamp sets. This card was created by my mama, Susan LaCroix, Delicate Dahlias, and I'm going to show you more with this stamp set. And then she used the glitter paper on the side. I thought that was just so awesome. And I love how this jade ribbon has a little bit of gold in it too. So it kind of incorporates that glitter paper. This awesome card is by Denise Jorgensen, and she punched out from the Label Me Lovely, and I love how it just like makes that sparkle. This is also the Delicate Dahlias, and so we're gonna see some more with that stamp set. And finally, this card is by Betsy Crider, and she used a strip here. This is die cut from that, the new shaded summer dies, or whatever they're called. We're going to find out in a second. Cork paper in the background. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to play some more with this cork paper. It's really, really thin, but it has the texture of cork. So it's kind of fun. Okay, so those are all the cards with the Be Dazzling 6x6 paper. This is an option that you can choose when you order $50 or more during Sale-a-Bration. The next one, oh my goodness, is the Penguin Playmates. Now, I'm going to pull over here. I have a product share, and I know I've talked about it 1,000 times, I feel like, but I'm just going to put this out here really quick. If you're interested, if you haven't signed up yet, it's like a little bit of everything from the mini catalog. You get all the designer paper, 6x6 pieces, you get a yard of all the ribbon, you get some of the new boxes, you get some embellishments, which somehow fell off the pile, but they're in a bag. A little bit of all the embellishments, a little bit of all the paper, but this is what I wanted to pull out because in the product share, I am including a piece of the Dazzling paper and all of the Sale-a-Bration paper as well. So if you get the product share, you'll also get to sample the Sale-a-Bration designer papers so you can see them in person. So let me pull those out. I'm going to put this aside. If you're interested in reserving a product share, you can go to tinyurl.com/JULDEC 2021 product share, and that is a Google form. You can sign up for the product share. I'll send you a PayPal invoice. I'm working on the product shares, and the first round is going to go out next Friday. Now, if you sign up right now, you might be in the second round, and it might be a little bit later. I got to see what I have left after I send out all the others. So you might be in group 2 if you sign up right now, but it's not too late to reserve a spot. Okay, so let me pull this paper out so I can show you. This is a 12x12 paper. So the Dazzling paper is the only one that's 6x6. This paper is 12x12, but I've just cut it down to have a little sample. I absolutely love the colors in this paper. We've got Balmy Blue, Basic Black, Calypso Coral, Fresh Freesia, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, and Soft Seafoam. So first let me show you all the pattern sides with all the Playmates. Penguin Playmates is the name of this paper, and I just love all these cute little like Playmates, right? The fox and the polar bear and the snowman. They're just so much fun, and you can tell they're really having a good time. Now, some of these you'll have to fussy cut, but this penguin right here does punch out with the punch. So you can punch him out, but everything else you'll have to fussy cut, including these penguins with the cute scarves. Now, this side is super cute, but holy macaroni, guys. I love these B-sides. These patterns are just so fun and bright and colorful. I feel like you're going to be able to use these with so many different stamp sets, and also not just for winter and Christmas. Like those blue stripes are so perfect for a masculine card. Same here with the Just Jade. How about that? Isn't that so cute for a little girl's birthday? The polka dots, even these are supposed to be like snowflakes, but they just work fun as sparkles. So this paper is just so much fun. Maybe my favorite Sale-a-Bration gift. Earlier on Facebook, I did a poll and I said, which paper do you want to see tonight? Peaceful Prints, which is one we're going to show you next, or Penguin Playmates. And it was really close. I counted all the votes and it was like dead even. Penguin Playmates won out by like 3 votes. Like that's how close it was. It was so close. So I will be showing you projects with bold, but the project I'm going to demonstrate is using this paper, the Penguin Playmates. But first, let me show you some of these swap cards. So this one, oh my gosh, so cute. This one is by Diana Gibbs, and she's using one of those whimsy snowflakes. Oh my gosh, those are so fun. They're like holographic. It's hard to see here. She hand cut those from the designer paper. So a lot of these cards have hand cut these adorable Playmates. So here we've got the 3 different penguins, and it says congratulations on your growing family. Isn't that clever? And the little baby penguin, this one is by Karen Titus. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Here's another one with the hand trimmed penguin. This one is by Celine Kempton, and I think, let me break this out and show you. This is one where she used that designer paper. So this is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and she did the card base is like a cardstock piece with a flap on the front, and then you can see the inside of that designer paper. So it's like a faux card front. I thought that was really clever and a great way to use all the patterns in the designer paper. Here's another one. Are you guys sensing a theme of the Fussy Cut Penguin Playmates? This one was cut with a punch. Love this little strip here, and they just look like they're having a whole big party. This one's by Mary McCormick. Next one is by Barb Mullican, and she used a strip of the paper here and then stamped the penguin. So we have a penguin stamp set, so you don't have to fussy cut. You can stamp or stamp and punch like this one. This one is stamped and punched. This one is by Sandy Carlson, and she used little rectangles that are framed with the rectangular postage stamp punch. The background, embossing folder is Tasteful Textile. One of my favorite that carried over, that you can see it a little bit better. It's so versatile. It just goes with so many different things. Let's see if there's anything on the inside. Nope. Awesome card. And here's another one. This one, like, just let the designer paper showcase, right? We've got the designer paper here, the blue stripes on the side. This one's by Susan Campfield. Be cool, be chilly, be merry. Oh my gosh. I love it. Do you love the penguins? They're so stinking cute. All right, I saw this next card from Joyce Ferracco, and I said, okay, I gotta copy this one. So I'm gonna try to put my stuff in the bucket here. Let me show you this card from Joyce. She used a whole big piece of the designer paper, and I just thought that was kind of a fun, quick and easy fold. So we are going to replicate this card by Joyce. She's got the punches going on. So instead of stamping, she just used the punches. She punched the background with black, the foreground with white, the feet with orange, pumpkin pie, and then stamped the face on there. Okay, so we're making this card. That's what we're doing. Let's get out. Oh, I just realized I forgot to get stamps out to go with what I'm doing. Well, oh dear. Okay, we'll grab it. We'll figure it out. So for this project, I promised you I was going to do that technique with the vellum, so we're going to do that, and then we're also replicating the paper fold from Joyce's card. So let's start with that. This designer paper piece is 5 1/4 inches by 11 3/4 inches, and that means I cut off just a little bit at the end. So I just cut off 1/4 inch at the end, and then I've scored at 1 3/4, 4 3/4, and 7 3/4. Super, super easy scoring on this. So with this one, since you're using a 5 1/4 inch piece, you're going to be able to get 2 cards from 1 sheet of designer paper. So now I'm just going to fold back and forth on those score lines, and I get that super easy fold. This background piece is going to go onto cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That is 1/4 sheet of cardstock. So a normal size card, and that will fit into a regular envelope. I'm using the Misty Moonlight, which is the same color as the blue stripe paper. And I've cut out a cute polar bear to go on the front, but I want to put him on a fun tag. So this is where we're going to incorporate this Stampin' Blends alcohol technique. And I have to admit, this is the first time that I've done it, and it was like an hour ago. So don't judge me, but I think it's going to turn out really cool. So here's my sample one that is all done and dried, and it's curled. So I'm going to show you how to deal with the curly part, but first let me show you how to deal with the technique part. So I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper. And the first step is to cut a piece of vellum. So this vellum is 2 inches by 4 inches or something like that. And I'm using Stampin' Blend marker. This is Stampin' Up's alcohol markers. There's 2 tips. There's a fine tip and there is a brush tip. And I'm going to use the brush tip for this technique and just add some color to the vellum. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert because, again, I just did this today. But the reason for the vellum is because the marker doesn't dry as fast on the vellum. It doesn't like soak in because it's coated. So you have the ability to play with the ink on top of the paper without it like totally disintegrating. Okay, so we got the marker on the vellum. And then the next step is to use the Stampin' Spritzer with some alcohol. Now I had to stop at the store because my rubbing alcohol was not the right kind, apparently. Honestly, I didn't try it with the other kind, so I don't know. But everyone said, make sure you get 91% isopropyl alcohol. And so I listened to everybody, and that's what I got. So I put some of the 91% isopropyl alcohol inside my Stampin' Spritz, and then I'm going to spritz on my vellum, and you can see that ink is starting to run. Now, to help it get kind of the sort of look that we want of this marbled alcohol, I'm going to use a straw. This just came from like a fast food restaurant, and I'm going to blow, and I can manipulate the ink to go while it's wet wherever I want it to go. So you can add the ripples, and you can add the different waves and whatnot in your piece. So you can do this with more than one color, which is what Sandy did. You can add more than one Stampin' Blend on there. This one is so wet. So honestly, you could even just like manipulate it by moving it like this. Oh my gosh, this is like one of those ink blots. What does this look like to you? I see a little beetle. Do you see it? That's his eye over here and his legs, and he's like about to collapse. Now let's change it. Let's see what else we can. It's like looking at clouds. What else can we make? Well, essentially, I'm just going for like, like just a, I don't want to say watercolor background, right? Because it's alcohol ink. So I'm just looking for kind of like a fun cloudy background, and it does like take a little while to dry. You can keep maneuvering it, and as you blow on it, that kind of helps it to dry. Maybe I put too much alcohol on it. So I'm going to fast forward to now it's dry and it curled as it dries. So yours might curl as it dries, and I'm sure there's some kind of like fancy try this thing that works better. But I'm going to show you what I did because that's all I know. Okay, so I wanted it to be straight. And I was also concerned about how I was going to attach vellum to another piece of cardstock. So one thing I kept hearing is put it on white cardstock so that you can see the design better. So in order to put it on the white cardstock, I need to use some kind of adhesive. Because it's all curled up, I decided to use the adhesive sheets. Okay, so this is 152334. And when I did it earlier, I think I put the adhesive onto the vellum, but I'm actually going to take the adhesive and instead I'm going to put it onto the cardstock because the cardstock is nice and flat. And so I don't have to worry about, you know, this peeling up while I'm doing it. So I'm just butting these pieces right up next to each other, and I'm going to stop right there. I got pretty close to the end. Now I'm going to peel off the backing, which is going to leave the adhesive on the cardstock. So now I've got sticky cardstock. These are the same adhesive sheets that you would use if you were die cutting a detailed image and wanted to like have the adhesive already on there. So you would you wouldn't peel it off, but you would put it on the cardstock and then you would die cut it and then you could peel that backing off that I just did. Okay, now we're going to apply our vellum to the cardstock and glue it down. Whoop. And that works pretty well. So now we've got the vellum adhered to the cardstock and we can see our design, and we've smoothed out the crazy crinklies and we are ready to rock. So I'm going to just trim that. And for this card, I want to use the tag punch. So I cut my cardstock piece to 2 inches on purpose so that it would fit inside of my tag punch. You can do this technique obviously with any size piece. You could do a whole background on your card, or you can do a little one. Earlier I was messing around and I did a bigger piece and then I punched a shape from it because I was kind of thinking like Joyce's card, maybe I would do like a penguin on that, but ultimately I decided to do a bigger one. Okay, so I'm going to put that in and cut it with the punch. Oh, it's like curling up on me, so I'm actually going to put it down upside down so that hopefully there we go, and I can slide that in better. Okay, so I've got my awesome technique on my punched tag. Let's hang it over just a little bit. Isn't that cool? Yeah, baby. I did it. Oh, I wasn't so sure this afternoon, but I made it happen. Okay, so my polar bear is going to go on that tag. Isn't that fun? And then we're going to come back to our card, and the tag is going to go on the front like this. And here's the one thing I forgot. I need words. So I'm just going to grab the stamp set really fast. Okay, here's the coordinating stamp set. Penguin, please. And I want to just do like a little strip of, like a little greeting strip. And I'm thinking, oh, what color? That pale purple almost is like, it's almost like around the bear. It almost looks like, what's the one that just retired? Fresh Frisia. No, Fresh Frisia is the new one. Purple Posy. But that one is out. I don't know, what color do you think I should use for a little strip of greeting? I'm just going to do like a little skinny thing. And I'm also going to get some snowflakes out. Okay, leave me some comments and let me know while I'm getting my stamps out. To the coolest friend ever. Well, this could be a winter birthday card. Let's do happy birthday on the inside. Okay. Brand new stamps. Can you believe I haven't inked my penguin yet? My gosh, I've just been so busy. I feel like I haven't gotten a chance to play with a lot of my stamps yet. Happy birthday, and I'm gonna trade those. Okay, I see navy. Okay, I see navy and green and navy. Okay, but I want to have, I guess I should have been more specific. I want to put, I need a colored strip to put it across. So should I use like gray or, I don't know, pool party? Would pool party work? Like a little bit of, or fresh freesia? Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay, leave a comment, pool party, fresh freesia. We're definitely going to do it in Misty Moonlight to go with the cardstock. So tell me what you think. I'm going to cut a little strip. While you're discussing, let's see what we think. Going about a 1/2 inch here. Oh my gosh, this is a hot mess. See if I can use this little scrap piece. 1/2 inch. Uh-oh. To the coolest friend ever. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of fresh freesia. Freesia. Lisa says just jade. Kathy says freesia. Maria says freesia. Jean says freesia. Tanya, Joe. What food is this card? I think you mean what fold. I don't know what fold this is called. Just like a, I don't know, what do you call that? Just a fold. Fun fold. Here are the measurements again. I'll put them in the video description as well. I'm not sure what it's called though. This was inspired by a swap from Joyce Farraco. Okay, I don't see any pool parties. I see a lot of fresh freesias, so we're going to go with that. On this piece, this is 2.5 inches by 5 inches. I am going to write the inside greeting, which says happy birthday. And let's get some fresh freesia out for the snowflakes and incorporate that color again. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it. You know what else we need? We need sparkly ribbon. Don't you think? This is the new white glittered not Organdy. Is it Organdy? The white glittered ribbon. I know that for sure. And it is just so beautiful. So I think you could just like glue dot that on there. Or if you wanted to, you could tie it on with some twine. I feel like that's the proper way to do it. Let's see if I can do this. The white organdy, glittered white organdy ribbon is new in the mini catalog, and it is included in that product share. So you would get a yard of it in the product share, as well as 6 by 6 pieces of this Penguin Playmates designer paper. Have you guys placed an order yet for Sale-a-Bration? Did you choose this Penguin Playmates paper? Or what was your favorite? What was your top pick? If you didn't choose the penguins, what did you get? I'll just trim that. Okay. It is coming together and it looks amazing. Let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals. Catherine says she has placed several orders. You sound like me. Oh my goodness. I placed another order because, why did I place another order? Because the Blackberry Beauty paper is available now. And so I had to order it. I had to order it because it's in the product share. So if you ordered a product share, you will get that Blackberry Beauty paper in your product share. I will include it. So I'm excited to be able to do that. So happy it came back in stock in time. Okay. So happy. Isn't this card just such a happy card? This is going to go on the inside. I'm tucking it in so that when the card is closed, you can't see it. On Joyce's card, she had it stick out a little bit, which is fine too. She used a different pattern of paper with the smaller design. I've just tucked it in so that it gets completely covered. And then that is going to go on the front. And since I used dimensionals here, I'm just going to use some regular adhesive to add the tag to the card. And I'm doing it on just one side because I want that still to kind of come open. If you want it to be closed, you can glue that down so that it just opens like this. It's up to you and how you want that to open up. To the coolest friend ever. Happy birthday. You know what? I think I do want that to sit down. Boop. There. Now it's just a Z-fold. It's so heavy that it automatically opens like that and doesn't hold open. So I want to glue it down. I think I like that. However, it does need a little sparkle, don't you think? What kind of sparkle do we have for it? I think maybe just some rhinestones. Some good old-fashioned rhinestones. Ooh, how about some light blue? Nope, I want regular rhinestones. Oops, that's not the right box. Here we go. I've got some that are left over in a package. Oops. I never know where to put the third one. Oh, it's going down there. 1, 2, 3. Like a triangle. I always try to make a triangle. Okay. There is our finished card. To the coolest friend ever. Happy birthday. Oh my gosh, I love it. Here's the original by Joyce. So I made just a few changes so I could show you that awesome technique with the Stampin' blends. And I think it's really fun. I cannot wait to try that technique a few more times and create a larger background. So thank you guys for the inspiration. Thanks for pushing me to try something new. Sometimes it takes a little bitty nudge. All right, let's get back to our box. We are going over our Sale-a-Bration card swaps. If you just are tuning in, I was sharing projects from, it's right here in front of me. Oh my goodness. Sharing projects from the Sale-a-Bration Brochure. So you can earn a free gift for every $50 that you order, and the Penguin Playmates paper is one of the gifts. The next one in the book is called Feels Like Home. This is a red rubber stamp set, and it's got some really fantastic sentiments. I suppose I should have it out to show you in person, but I don't. Hopefully you can see okay in the picture. So I've got some cards that use this stamp, and almost none of them colored. This first card is by Deb Schneider, and she used a little bit of the next gift, the beautifully penned paper, and she colored the door red. I love the way that pops, and then with the red ribbing behind it, this is such an awesome card layout and really makes that door pop. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, Deb. Nice job. Next card is by Tammy Ackerson, and she also stamped Monochromatic using a little bit of the texture. What is it called? The from them, it was just on sale from the annual catalog. Blah 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 blah. I'm just gonna grab one and look. It's gonna bug me. Don't you hate it when you can't think of something? You guys probably know, but there's a delay. Someone leave me a comment. Oh, no, I found it first. In Good Taste. The In Good Taste designer paper from the annual catalog with the tile background. That's kind of fun. Next card is, well, next two cards are mine. Can you tell? They're a very similar style, very similar layout. I also used a little bit of the beautifully penned designer paper, and Blushing Bride was the accent color. So I kind of wanted the card to pop. So here I stamped in white, a little bit of paper, and then I punched the sentiment, your friendship feels like home to me. Oh my gosh. This stamp is so beautiful, isn't it? Here's another one. I used the Blushing Bride again, a little bit of that designer paper, and I used the tag punch with the stamps Missing You and the Tulip Pot. I like the way that turned out. So basic gray is the color that goes with that beautifully penned designer paper. Here's another one with a red door. This one is by Anna Masternak. I love the texture folder. This is the Old World paper, I think. No, Tasteful Textures. I think it's Tasteful Textures from the mini catalog that carried over. Last card here. This one is by Debbie Garthwaite, and she did color. Yay! I hate coloring, so I didn't color on mine. Whether you stamp in just a solid color, black and white, or if you color it in. I think this is such a fun stamp set. Feels like home. Is this your style? Do you like the Feels Like Home stamp set? It's not typically my style, so I kind of kept it clean with my designs. Actually, I was very inspired by this one right here. Bark embossing folder. I don't know that was the bark embossing folder. You know what? You might be right. Yep. I think that is the bark embossing folder. Thank you so much, Catherine, for correcting me. All right, next up is the beautifully penned designer paper. Now, this is a 12 by 12 designer paper, and this one is actually a little bit unique because a lot of times with 12 by 12 paper, you get 2 sheets each of 6 different designs. This one, you get 4 sheets each of 3 different double-sided designs. So in the package, this is 12 by 12, and you would get 4 sheets of each pattern. They are double-sided, so you've got some florals, and then you've got the black and white design. So this looks very familiar because it's very similar to the hand-penned paper in the annual catalog, which has similar designs that are like full color. So it also coordinates the flowers due with that hand-penned floral stamp set. I'm trying to see if I have really quick some pieces of the paper to show you. I do. Okay. So here's the hand-penned paper. This would also be really pretty to like mix and match together. So we've got, here is the color version, right, of the squiggles. And then we've got stripes right there. So that's the color version of the stripes. Here's the color version of the leaves, and polka dots. And then I think I'm missing, oh no, there's the color version of that. And then this pattern, I think we have kind of similar there. Anyway, so the beautifully penned sort of coordinates with the hand penned, and I think you could mix and match them really beautifully. I love the projects that they've got in here where they're the black and white, and then we've got the pop of color. I think that is really just a beautiful way to showcase the black and white paper. So let's take a look at some samples with the hand-penned designer paper. Now, I did just show you a few that use the Feels Like Home. So these two, remember, had that strip at the bottom. Here's a card. Love this layout. This one is by Natalie Travis, and she added a little bit of color to the center of the flowers. So I love using black and white paper and then doing like a pop of color. So my pop of color was Blushing Bride. Natalie has chosen the Bumblebee. That's a really great combination too. This is a fun card by Leanne Greff, and she, again, pop of color, you can see it here, Petal Pink. She stamped the sheep, which is another stamp set we're going to show you in a minute, on the polka dot paper and then cut it out. So kind of like a little paper piecing, little pattern going on there. And this fun sheep is from the Hippo dies, the Hippo bundle. So that one is in the annual catalog. Here's a beautiful card by Angie Leach, and she used the black and white paper with the hand-penned floral stamp set. Coastal Cabana, Mango Melody, and a little bit of Pear Pizzazz for the colors there. Really pretty, and again, they just pop against that black and white. Here's another one, black and white with a pop of color. This one is by Natalie Travis again, and she's got a little bookbinding fold with the designer paper on the side. She's colored the flowers on the paper and then stamped and die cut the image for the front of the card. This is Fresh Freesia with the black and white. Beautifully penned designer paper. What do you guys think of that one? Do you love black and white? I feel like every few years we have a really great black and white designer paper. And it's always so classic. Like it just goes with everything. Okay, next up is the Peaceful Prince designer paper. This one is super fun, very traditional colors here. And I showed it actually in a recent Sunday stamping video. So you might have seen that video where I shared these papers. Oh my gosh. Just knocked the whole camera stand. Okay. That was crazy. Sorry about that little earthquake. Earthquake on my stamp table. This is a 12 by 12 designer paper. Peaceful Prince, and it coordinates with the Peaceful Deer bundle that has the punch. So it's really fun to be able to incorporate those stamps on these projects. This is traditional colors, garden green, real red, a little bit of cherry cobbler in there, Sahara sand, very, very traditional, just Christmas. I love it. This one actually coordinates with the punch, so you can punch, you can use that to punch the deer right out of the paper. Okay, so let's show you some cards. Here's one actually bringing in the penguin. Warm Winter Wishes. This is the painted texture background, and this one is by Gwen Duckworth. Here is a card using the paper. This one is punched from the paper, and this one is punched just from the buffalo check. And this one is by Mary Ellen Stites. Love stamping white on the crumb cake. It is just so striking. Next up, again, white stamping on the crumb cake. This is a great card. This one is by, let's see if it's on the card. Teresa Tucker. Turn that around so we can see your name, Teresa. That one's by Teresa Tucker. Great card here. Evergreen embossing folder with the trees in the background. Just love those classic colors. This is the one that I shared in that Sunday stamping video. So if you haven't seen that, let me know and I'll share the link. This is kind of a fun Z-fold with a peak, I think someone said it's called. So I've got the designer paper here and then the stamp sets. Let's celebrate. Clean and simple, just showing off the really pretty paper here. Oh my gosh, I love the way this card turned out. Just the piece of that designer paper in the background, really simple stamping. The trees and the sentiment both come from the Peaceful Deer stamp set, as do this one. Similar layout here, minus the ribbon. And then this is another card that I created and shared in that video. This is from the Peaceful Deer bundle. The designer paper is what I'm showcasing right now from the Sale-a-Bration catalog. But the stamp set has standing deer, frolicking deer, and then one laying down. And then there's a wreath stamp. I love the way that turned out. Oh, this is a fun card. This is another one that I made. I stamped the trees on the designer paper, and I always think that's kind of fun. You can sort of see the pattern like showing through a little bit, but I think it's fun to stamp on designer paper and customize it the way you want it to. Another card, this one is by BJ Peters, using the designer paper here. I love the little panels. Label me lovely in the background. Oh, what fun, that deer says. And this last one is by Anna Masternak, and she's got a little bit of the designer paper. And then look at that cute little red rhinestone for our reindeer, making him Rudolph. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, that's the Peaceful Deer designer paper. And one thing I think is really great about this paper is that it's not just for Christmas. I think that this paper works really well for just masculine cards, right? Like the buffalo check and the trees and this pattern. Like these are really great patterns for you know, just outdoorsy or masculine cards. So it doesn't have to be just for Christmas. This paper, I think, works for lots of occasions. So if you want a paper that's going to be versatile, definitely think about this Peaceful Deer paper when you're choosing your celebration gifts. Okay, next up is those cute sheep. Quick swig of water. I feel like every year for Sale-a-Bration, we have a cute animal set. And so this year, it is Counting Sheep. This is a red rubber stamp set. And it has coordinating dies. Oh my gosh, how amazing is that? I don't have the dies out with me today. I'm just showing you the swap cards, but I love that it has coordinating dies, and you can get them both for free. So this one with a $50 order and this one with a $50 order, and then you can mix and match them and make some really beautiful projects. So let me get a close up there to show you all these party sheep. And look at this one, doesn't even use the sheep. I love that card with the clouds and the sun and the label. Well, the label's not, but the sun and the clouds are from that die set. So let's take a look. This was definitely a popular pick for my swap cards. I got quite a few cards using these counting sheep. And I made a card too. Is that one in here? Yes, it is. Okay, very good. I'll show you that one. Ooh, it would be fun. No, I'm going to tell you all the names so you'll know. I was going to say you should guess which one is mine. Maybe I'm going to spread them out right now. And let's just play, like this is just a for you at home game, okay? I'm going to lay out all the cards. And you try to see if you can pick out which one is my card. And then as I reveal them, you'll see if you're right, okay? All right, hopefully, oh, you can't see them all. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to bring them up. Have a little look. Think about Julie's style. Which card do you think I made? Okay. You can leave a comment if you want, or you can just think about it in your head. And I'm going to start the reveal. Okay, so this first card is not by me. It's by Mary McNeely. Oh, I love, love, love these sheep that are die cut and how they pop against the blue background. This is something I think that not a lot of people do. I think we sort of, as card makers, just naturally go with a white background. And so we would, I think, be sort of naturally doing like a white on white. And I love the way that the sheep look, the white sheep against the darker background. So I encourage you to mix and match and really try to play with your colors and your background. So instead of just, you know, defaulting to doing a white background, try something like this. Try the pool party background and see how you like that. Here's another example of that with the green background. This card is by, oh, this is Teresa Tucker again. I can tell with the label. So Teresa used the Granny Apple Green, and then we've got, love this little cloud here. This is the basic border dies. The fence and the sun come from the sheep dies. A little bit of that Host Designer Paper Pattern Party. That's kind of a super fun card. I love it. Here's one with colored background. This one's by Margot Richardson, whose birthday it is today. And I know Margot's watching, so leave a comment and wish Margot a happy birthday. Here's another great example of how the white sheep just pops against the colored cardstock. So Margot used the Stampin' blends, not the Stampin' blends, the blending brushes to brush to create the background with the blue and the Just Jade, and then stamped the grass in there. Two of the die cut fences put together make for a longer fence. So glad it's your birthday, Margot. I hope that you're having a great evening. Okay, next card. This one, oh, look at that. Another colored background. Linda Bauman did this one. That's the Tasteful Texture background folder, embossing folder. The sun comes from the die set with the sheep, and this sheep is having a party. I love it. All the way until the sun sets. This sheep won't stop. This, I have to say, this stamp set really reminds me of a book I used to read my kids. It was called Dumpy LaRue, and it was about the pig who wanted to dance and knew what he wanted to do. And I'm going to have to bring it down. Hopefully we still have it on the bookshelf and give it a little read, because these dancing sheep remind me of the dancing pig and the farm animals in that book. Have you guys ever heard of that book? Dumpy LaRue. Definitely going to have to find it. I'll bring it out for another video. All right, this card, You're Amazing. Fresh Freesia, Flirty Flamingo. Love the glitter background. This one is by Amy Nicely. Yes. Okay, I talked about putting white sheep on a white background, and not a single one of these cards puts white sheep on a white background. So just forget I said that. I do think we tend to layer, like, white is our base layer. So I love that all these cards and all these people are really using color and really making it pop. All right, how about this one? Do you think it's mine? It's not. This one is by Jody Reiner, and I love her Coastal Cabana Granny Apple Green. It looks like this might have a fun fold. Let's open this up and take a look. It's just the bottom, but isn't that fun? So we've got, the bottom is cut off, a little bit of Granny Apple Green, and then, that just kind of opens up, and it's on the inside too. This is a fun card. Soft suede for the fence. Love these sheep, little gray accents here, and then the sentiment on Granny Apple Green as well. Such a great card. Guys, we're getting down to 4. Do you know which one of these is mine? Okay, here, these two, you might be able to tell, are really similar, and they're actually by the same person. This card is by Meg Lovin, and she used that beautifully penned designer paper, the black and white patterns. She used different ones. She switched up the like landscape and portrait, but it's essentially the same card. We've got a strip at the top, strip at the bottom, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 piece of basic black, and then a sentiment on the pop of color. So we've got Flirty Flamingo and no, that's the new pink. What's the new pink? It's called Polished Pink. Polished Pink, and this one is Bermuda Bay. She used the flag and the balloon die cuts, which are part of the sheep dies, and then a little fun texture on the sheep there. It looks like that's probably the shimmer crystal effects. Really kind of fun way to add some texture to the sheep. Okay, one of these is mine. I saw Laura say polka dots, but Laura, they both have polka dots. Which polka dot one do you think it is? Jenny says Polished Pink. And you are right, Jenny. It is the pink card. This one is mine. I did kind of a little fold where I scored it and folded it back. So it's kind of like a little mini Z fold. I stamped and colored the sheep and then die cut the hat as well. This is Marvelous Magenta. What is that called? Magenta Madness. Not Marvelous Magenta. Marvelous Magenta is an old color. Magenta Madness. I wanted to use something bright as my pop of color with this black and white. And this polka dot is actually not the Sale-a-Bration paper. I should have used that Sale-a-Bration paper. This one is actually the Pattern Party designer paper, the host pack. Okay, so that one was mine. Were you guys right? Who guessed this pink card was my card, like before I revealed it? Let me know. Leave a comment. Last card is by Tracy Jacobs. Love these polka dots. This one is totally my style, so it could have been mine. Die cut balloon from the sheep dies. This sheep is having a party. Oh my gosh. I love these cute little sheep, and I think it's so fun to bring in some bright colors and really do some fun things with the sheep and the sheep dies. So I can't wait to play some more. This one card is the only one that I've made so far, but I'm really inspired by the cards that I have gotten, and I cannot wait to play some more and make those sheep just pop. See here, I'm the only one. I am the only one who did a white sheep on a white background. Everybody else did a pop of color behind their sheep. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I guess somebody did it, but who knew it was going to be me? This is an interesting stamp set. This next one is called Textures and Frames, and I have to say I feel a little stumped by these shapes. I'm still figuring it out. I saw a really cool card, and I want to case it, where she used the circle and then added the stripes on top and made ornaments. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Here are some other cards using the textures and frames. This one is by Dina Ricow, and I love how she's got like a little ombre going. So she stamped in polished pink, and then maybe stamped off, and then a little So Saffron or Pale Papaya back there probably. Love, love, love that. Here's another one. Same Thinking of You from the mini catalog. It's called Thinking Peace and Thanks, or Thinking Thanks and Peace, something like that. This one is by Ann Clemmer, and she used the stripes to create a background. So I think this is going to be a fun one, to whether you're making like backgrounds for your cards or doing like, you know, shapes or something like that. Here's a fun rainbow one. This one is by Kim Kane, and she used the rainbow of colors here. Poppy Parade, Mango, oh, that might be Pumpkin Pie, Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, and Highland Heather. I'm going to say that purple is. Hope this card makes you smile. Oh, and she used the circle behind the sentiment. That's really smart. I tried. These were my 2 attempts at using this stamp set. I was going for the color challenge that I posted in Julie's Stamping Spot Share and Connect group, but I wasn't happy with the way that this turned out. And I don't think you should ever stamp splatter in red because it just looks like blood. This is actually pink. I think I used Melon Mambo, but it's not a good look. I feel like it looks like a murder scene, right? Like I'm going to stay away from that color with these shapes, but the one thing, I guess you could do maybe some Olympic rings with the circle. Here I just stamped, and I just like kept going until I ran out of ink. So I don't know, gonna play some more with these shapes. Like I said, I do feel kind of stumped by them, but I think it has a lot of potential. So this is an option, free with a $50 order. Now the last 2 items are free with a $100 order. And the first one is the Summer Shadow Dies. And let me grab the stamp set really fast. This coordinates with the Shaded Summer stamp set from the annual catalog. So I thought it was kind of fun that they pulled in a stamp set from the annual catalog to go with these dies. So these big dies die cut the stamped images, and then we have some detailed dies that are so gorgeous. So this one is free with a $100 order. Let me give you a close-up on the projects here in the catalog, and then I'll show you the ones in my spot box. So all of these do incorporate the images from the Shaded Summer stamp set. Let's take a look at the projects. I have to be honest, this was like one of the dies were the last ones that I ordered from Sale-a-Bration. I don't know why. Like, I have the stamp set. I don't know. I wasn't feeling inspired until I got these cards. Holy smokes. This one with the pink against the black and white sold me on these dies. So thank you so much, Rachel Chamberlain. Oh my gosh. I just love it. I love the way that these die cuts layer on top of each other. And those are, so you can see them here. Rachel's just done such a beautiful job highlighting them. Like this one is the lighter pink on top of the darker pink, or no, actually the other way around. So she's got dark pink on top of light pink, and this one is the opposite, light pink on top of dark pink. And so you can see the layered die cuts, and then the leaves are die cuts as well. She didn't put the layered or the detailed leaf on there, but she just has the solid leaf. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh my gosh, like if you didn't know about these dies, now you have to have them. This beautiful card is by Margaret Van Valet, and she used some of that beautifully penned designer paper and then did a detailed die cut. I thought this was so striking to have the basic gray against the smoky slate, and then again the pop of pink, like the pink just, it just pops. So beautiful. So that is the stamp set, and then die cut from that as well. The new bark embossing folder, this one's from the mini catalog, and it's like it's not the bark like the big tree bark one. Let me show you that one actually. Where was that card that we said? So this is the bark folder from the mini catalog, or from the annual catalog. It's like sort of a large texture, and this one sort of has a detailed bark kind of texture to it. So it just depends on what you're going for. I think they're both really beautiful. I just ordered this bark embossing folder today, actually, on that order that I placed. Next card is by Janice Weightman. Monochromatic card here using a new embossing folder, which is a fun background. Stamping, this is Bumblebee. And then stamping and die cutting on Very Vanilla. That's a color I don't use a lot. I always am drawn to basic white, but Very Vanilla, really pretty here with a vellum background die cut from one of the new label dies. Beautiful black and white with a pop of red. This card is by Evie DiPiazza, and she used a new real red ruffled ribbon, die cut, and stamps that image from that shaded summer. Really pretty. Classic, classic. Here's another one with the detailed dies that totally sells me on this die set. This one is by Laura Bardo, and again, she has layered. We've got white on purple, which is the Highland Heather, the detailed leaves in here, and then the paper is the hand pen designer paper. So that paper with the color from the annual catalog. Oh my gosh, just beautiful. Now do you guys have to have those, right? Like, maybe they were off your radar before, but now they're on your radar. Here's another one. This one might have been off your radar, but I'm about to change your mind on this stamp set. This is a distinctive stamp set. Delicate Dahlias, and so you can see the detail on the image here. This is a photopolymer stamp set, and it is a big stamp set, which is why it's free with a $100 order. You've got the detailed flower, and then the like the outline, and you have the same thing with the leaves and the smaller flower, and then some sentiments. Let me just scroll over and show you some of the beautiful samples in the catalog. Or the little brochure. This is kind of fun. I love that tag card. I think I'm going to have to case that tag card. I like this one too with a happy. Check out these card swaps that I got. This one, just like, wow. This one's by Betsy Crider, and she used bleach. Stamping with bleach on the cherry cobbler. So stamping with bleach, the outline, and then a little like splatter with the bleach. And I love bringing in that, whoa, what is the ribbon called? The new, I'm going to have to cheat. I can show you now. You can see the back of the catalog now. Diamond weave. The diamond weave ribbon from the mini catalog. And that's included in the paper share, the product share, if you're interested in getting that. Okay, next card. Yeah, I love this one too. This one's by Donald Shefsky, and she stamped the detailed one. It looks like her ink pad was really kind of juicy, so you miss a lot of the details there, but then she stamped it again, and you can almost see it better there when it's not so juicy. But isn't this just like a clean and simple, beautiful card here? We've got Misty Moonlight, and then Calypso Coral, sending heartfelt sympathy. Just totally my style. Love this. I love all these cards. Seriously. You guys, this stamp set's amazing. Look at this one. This one is by Cindy Bauman, and she did, she stamped the detailed flowers and leaves, and then she added the embossing folder. So stamp first, then emboss, and this embossing folder is new. You can't see it really well, so I'm going to try to show it to you in the catalog. Okay, here's the one I showed you earlier, the Timber 3D embossing folder, and then the time-worn type. So you can kind of see, like, there's words, and there's sort of like, not really like texture, right? So words and texture, it's very like, very faded and worn, but it's really subtle on this card. Just really cool to add that texture on there. Beautiful card. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, I want to case all of these cards. This one is by Susan Elise Morton. She has the distinctive stamp in the middle, same color, monochromatic here with Poppy Parade, and then the outline on either end. It's just such a beautiful, simple, clean card. Oh my gosh, I'm going to make that one. Here's one with a picture this die. Pale Papaya is the background, and then we've got that flower stamped. Oh, it's just so like faded and summery. Like, I love this one. This one's by Leanne Greff. She cut out the flowers, the small ones. There's not a die for that, but she hand cut those and then added a genial gem in the center of those flowers. Wow. Talk about a pop of color. This one by Amy Story uses that Thanks embossing folder, some of the beautifully penned, the celebration paper, and then we've got the distinctive with the outline over it, and wow, what an impact this card has. Some matte black dies down here. Thank you kindly for the sentiment. Just a beautiful card. And here again, black and white. This is the triple time stamping. So you stamp, and then you can die cut, or, well, you would, so the white layers all on top of each other, and then you stamp, and then layer it on the black. I'm going to show you sort of a variation of this technique this Sunday for Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. So be sure to tune in and watch that and kind of get some tips for getting this kind of look. It's really kind of fun to have like these multiple layers with a continued stamp design. This one is by Jan McClurg. Love that black and white. Sending heartfelt sympathy. That is just such a sweet card. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, that is the end of our swap box. I'm not sure. I've got to give them a count, but I think it was something like 75 cards that we showed tonight, all using products from the Sale-a-Bration brochure. And as I mentioned at the beginning, there is some more products here in the back. So this one, In Your Words, you may have seen it, but it is free host set. So you can get this free when you place a $300 order, or if you host a party that is $300 or more. So if you're interested in doing an online party or a catalog party or Facebook party or an in-person party, if you're in Central Illinois, let me know. I would love to help you earn that stamp set for free. And then the last little bit, of course, is the join special. When you join as a demonstrator, you can choose a free bundle, one of 12 from the mini catalog in your starter kit. The starter kit is only $99 plus tax, and you get to choose $125 in product of your choice plus a free bundle. The most expensive bundle is $60. So if you chose that one, you would be getting $180 in product for $99 plus tax. Shipping is free. So that's like half price. Like, it's a ridiculously good deal. Oh my gosh. I'm afraid that everyone is just going to sign up and then I won't have any customers left. If you want to get in on this good deal, then leave me a comment. Let me know. I will include a link in the description of the video to some commonly asked questions about being a demonstrator. There really is no strings attached. You can just get a discount on all your favorite things. And you don't have to have classes if you don't want to. Of course, having classes and stamping with friends is such a fun way to share stamping with others. So I do encourage that and have fun stamping with others. So anyway, I'm just starting to ramble and I'm hungry, so I'm going to go eat some dinner. You guys have a great night. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the technique that I shared tonight with the Stampin' Blends and the alcohol and this fun fold. Thank you so much again, Joyce Ferracco, for inspiring this card. I hope you enjoyed the peek at all of the Sale-a-Bration cards. Be sure to tune back in for more stamping projects. Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie is at noon Central Time this Sunday. And then on Tuesday, August 10th at 7 o'clock p.m. YouTube Live, I will be doing the first of 2 showcases for the Great Big Card Swap, if you missed that announcement. The first showcase, and then the second one will be as normal on the 26th. But I'm going to break it up because doing them all at once is just, it's too much work, and I think it's too much. So we're going to break it up and do 2 showcases. So be sure to tune in for that as well. And of course, next week and every Thursday at 7:10 p.m. Central Time. Have a great night. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.